right, hey guys, this is Brandon McCaskill. This is the Safari Arie Roadshow. We got Arie here with us. We're going to ask him how things are going. So, Arie, how are things going?
Oh, things have been going amazing, actually. Just got back from the Tofino Ucluelet Pacific Rim National Park area
Hmm.
last night.
Yep.
And I think last time we spoke was 10 days ago. And so, yeah, I actually spent basically 10 days checking out that whole area.
Yep.
And it is by far one of the most amazing, beautiful sections of Canada there is. I highly, highly recommend anyone, if they come to the island, you definitely go that way for sure. Excuse me. Um, I actually had really beautiful weather for the most part. I mean, it was a little bit overcast heading out that way,
Yep.
but like it's all temperate rainforest. So basically, like it can rain and like rain for 6 weeks straight, or be foggy for 6 weeks straight, kind of deal. Like it's just you can't even follow the weather
Yeah.
in many ways. And anyways, when I kind of got to the coast, I had like beautiful sunny skies, nice blue
Yeah.
skies, and so I checked out all the trails
Yeah.
all along the Pacific Rim National Park,
Right.
and then I backtracked and I went to Ucluelet because they actually have an amazing, probably the most spectacular hiking trail that I've ever been on. It just goes around this lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
Just on the east side of town. And it was just honestly, the shoreline was just epic. I did do some live video and I posted some photos. And that was the thing is because most of my photos were like in the trees and whatnot. I was using my iPhone instead of my regular camera, because the iPhone I can edit to a lightness, which
Right.
is basically how my photos have been turning out so amazing. It's just by editing to the lightness
Oh yeah.
side of things. But I think I like the first part of the week I took I'm thinking over 1,500 photos.
Oh,
And so, yeah, so my battery packs were just draining so quickly. And I actually had to go find a place to find a campground to actually plug some stuff in, because I was just, my batteries are drained, and it had been like at the time 6 days since I had a shower and everything. And I showed up at this campground, and the people that were watching the campground, Mark and Natasha, a shout out to them if they happen to watch this. Anyways, when Mark heard that I had was on this bike ride crossing Canada, because I had just given Natasha $20 for the night, and he's like, give the man his money back. He's staying for free and he can stay as long as he wants, and plug your stuff in and have a shower and dinner will be ready. Sorry, I apologize. I have this boxer. My host here, they have this boxer.
Oh yeah.
He's a little bit spoiled. He so now basically while we're doing this, I have to do tug of war with one of his toys. So if you see me shaking and pulling, that's because there's this full-grown boxer basically pulling.
That's funny.
Yeah. But anyways, he's like, they give the man his money back, and he can stay as long as he wants for free and everything like that. And that was just that was amazing, just because, like I said, it was one of those situations where my battery packs were completely drained.
Yeah.
I hadn't had a shower in like 6 days, and so it was just, and things were just wet and whatnot. So anyways, so I was able to do that, and then that was the next day that I went to do the trail. And then basically the plan was actually to leave the next day. But so what happened is that day was actually quite foggy. And so like a lot of the shoreline was fogged right in, which is cool. I mean, it's another way of seeing the shoreline, with the fog rolling in.
Oh yeah.
Kind of deal. So there's a beauty to that. And anyways, that was a thing but I was a little bit disappointed, because I was like, I could not believe how epic this shoreline was in this trail. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I had just known what this trail was like, I would have made sure to come here when the sun was shining.
Yeah.
But it's like the fog rolled in, and for all I know, that could be like that for another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
it's like I got a big
As long
fish
as
on.
you don't disappear completely off frame, then I won't be worried. But
Well, all right, you win, Molly. So now it comes right back. But anyways, I was just like, oh my goodness, it would have been so epic to see this place and with the sunshine and blue skies.
yeah,
And but the thing was, is the clouds rolled in, and it's like clouds could be the fog could be around for another week or two.
yeah,
So I had plans to leave, but then when I woke up the next morning, I look up the sky's blue, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm spending an extra day. And
yeah.
I pedaled all the way back, and I hiked the whole trail all over again. That's how amazing it was.
Cool.
And yeah, so then the next day is when I left, and
Yeah,
then I'm back here in Qualicum Beach with my amazing hosts that I originally had from Grand Prairie,
yeah.
Alberta. And uh, yeah, shout out to Bruce and Renee and their
Renee.
son Spencer. Yeah, and anyways, yeah, I'm sure I've got. Well, like last night, I was up till 3 in the morning
Yeah.
editing photos. I did about 600 there, and I know I have at least 1,000 plus more to go. And I'm sure, and that only includes what I published to Flickr.
Right.
There's probably a good couple hundred that I
Yeah.
don't bother publishing to Flickr. So so technically, I probably did close to 1,000 photos of editing last night. So anyways, yeah, I'll be here for maybe 2-3 days
Yeah.
to get everything caught up because I'm obviously way behind in my blogging. And then so I figure, and then I'll take about 3 days to get to Victoria, and then Victoria will be my official Canada crossing completion section. So
Nice.
yeah, so I'm like about 6 days basically. I think I'm probably about 6 days. Well, I shouldn't say 6 days because what's going to happen is I'm going to get to Victoria. There's going to be a few things I'm going to want to check out. And so I'll probably check those places out first before I officially complete the ride as far as Canada goes. Because yeah, because I'll basically complete it at the Terry Fox Memorial.
Right.
So I don't think there's a point in just going right to the Terry Fox Memorial and then sort of checking out Victoria. It's like I might as well do whatever I'm going to do in Victoria first, and then I'll go to the memorial. So
that makes sense.
I guess I'm about 7-8 days from the memorial, I think. Right. And yeah, so it's actually this last. I'm so glad. That's the thing is my hosts here. If they hadn't moved from Qualicum Beach from Grand Prairie, I may not have gone to Tofino. And I mean, I was out there like back in 2011 with my first ride.
Yeah.
But because of the rain, I just wasn't overly motivated, and I didn't see a whole lot. And so I'm just amazed at how much that I did not go see the first time. And I'm so glad they moved here.
Yeah.
Because like I said, because I'd been out here, I wasn't really overly motivated to come back, even though I wanted to, but it was just like, technically I should be in San Diego by now, not dilly-dallying. Not the dilly-dallying in Vancouver because it's just so amazing in BC or whatever, but it's just, I really should get some miles down the road instead of visiting. All right, dog, you win. Instead of visiting some of these same places. But I'm so glad that I went back.
So how does it, I saw your video the other day of you dipping your wheels in the Pacific.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's right. I did that.
How's that feel? Because it feels like yesterday we were watching you do that in the Atlantic.
Yeah. No, that's pretty wild. So yeah, so from the Atlantic to finally the Pacific, and that was basically the furthest west that, as far as the Canadian coast, that I can pretty much go. I mean, technically, I suppose the only further west actually for Canada is probably Queen Charlotte Islands.
Yeah.
But as far as, the greater BC area, Vancouver area, that's pretty much the furthest west I could actually get. So that was, and it was kind of nice because the beach actually wasn't that little area. The beach wasn't that wide because pushing 170 pounds worth of biking gear through soft sand, it sucks. So I was actually able to basically pedal right to the water, basically. So no, that's right.
That's exciting.
I did dip my wheels in the Pacific Ocean.
Huge milestone, eh?
So yeah, exactly. So like I said, these last 10 days since we spoke have been pretty awesome, pretty amazing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing more photos and more updates. This has been the Safari Arie Roadshow. Guys, thank you for watching, and thank you, Arie, for joining us.
Yeah, later.
All right. Catch you guys later. Bye.